Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to this particular live session at Strike. Um, so, my friends, what we will do, as always, the agenda for today is that we will be analyzing Nifty, Bank Nifty, and various other sectors in detail, and we'll try to understand what can we expect today for a nifty movement, and in coming days what can we expect, bullish or bearish. All right, so for that we will make use of various indicators that are available, and we'll try to come to a conclusion as to what we can expect, bullish or bearish, or maybe sideways. All right. And as you already know, I'm sure many of you already know that we have started a Hindi channel where we are conducting the same live sessions on Monday and on Wednesday in the evening 5 o'clock. So today and on a Thursday morning 11 o'clock, we will be conducting this live session in English language only. All right, everybody. So let's get started, and let me present my screen. So here we are, and we have a Nifty chart. Let me just toggle it to the full screen mode so you can see it properly. So this is the daily chart, where we can see that yesterday, 9th of December, market actually did not do anything, creating a small candle, which we call it as doji. And even the day before, on 6th of December, market was not so great. Yeah, it was almost like a sideways market. So what has happened is, after this breakout over here, we had this inverted head and shoulder bullish pattern that was formed. After the breakout, the market has actually slowed down, and you can also see that the momentum indicator over here has also slowed down a little bit here. So because of this slow momentum, what can we expect now? We can expect that Nifty can come down to take some support at this particular level, the 40-week moving average, and then probability it can bounce back. All right, let's look at the let's look at the hourly chart over here. On the hourly chart, what we can see, and here we go. So you can see that the Bollinger Band, the yellow lines, upper band and the lower band, they are tightening. All right, meaning the volatility is decreasing. And when we see that the volatility is decreasing on the hourly, the momentum has also decreased over here, and RMI is now below the zero line, which means that the cycle which it started from here, the bullish cycle which it started from here, okay, and it has ended. So one cycle has ended. Now if there is a bullish crossover over here, a new cycle upwards can begin. All right, so till then market can remain in this range. The upper band is somewhere at around 24,750, and the lower band is at 24,580. So approximately 550 and 750. So that's 200-point range. So till the time Nifty remains in this 200-point range, we will not expect any major move. All right, so that's what we can see on Nifty charts. All right, let's also look at Bank Nifty chart along with that, and then we will go to various indicators. Right, so on the Bank Nifty. All right. So on the Bank Nifty chart, the daily chart of Bank Nifty over here, it shows an uptrend. And in this uptrend, at the upper Bollinger Band over here, we can see some dojis. Dojis meaning uncertainty. All right. And in this uncertainty, anything can happen. The trend can go up and come down also. But surprisingly, the momentum is, really, on the bullish side. So we can expect Nifty, Bank Nifty to move up, and has a resistance from this gap area of 30th September. It had opened down with a gap. So this gap area here becomes the resistance, strong resistance. And if Bank Nifty breaks above 53,850, then we can see some further up move, and the next level would be at 54,460 levels. All right. So Bank Nifty comparatively to Nifty, Bank Nifty is looking a bit stronger, where there is some bullish momentum going on. And yes, the support level becomes this particular gap, immediate gap downwards. So the support level for Bank Nifty would be somewhere at around 52,300 levels. All right. So the bias in Bank Nifty will be upwards. All right. Let's also look at an hourly chart in Bank Nifty. So since yesterday did not do much, it has been trading in a very narrow range, and just like Nifty, Bank Nifty Bollinger Bands on the hourly charts are also, squeezing meaning the bandwidth is at its lowest. The difference between the upper and the lower band is, very much low, indicating the volatility is decreasing, and from here volatility can only increase. So we'll have to wait and watch. Bank Nifty immediate range 53,760, and on the lower side 53,340. So this is the broad range where we can expect even Bank Nifty to trade. And since the daily chart momentum is bullish, we can expect, Bank Nifty, to move up over here. And we can also draw a trend line. Let me draw it on the close to close basis. So yeah, this is the trend line over here. Let me pull it up a little bit more. Here we go. So this is a trend line which is coinciding with the upper Bollinger Band. So we'll have to wait and watch for a trend line breakout on the upside. All right. Um, let's let's look at the various sentiment indicators as well. Um, the first one that we always look at is FII net index futures long position. So this is what we'll see. Here we go. So a kind apologies, a little bit. The net at my end is a little bit giving me some tensions. Okay. Okay. So we'll give some time for this to get loaded. And the meanwhile, we look at the various sector charts over here. Yeah, we look at the daily and weekly both time frame charts over here. So today the metal sector is, being an outperformer, and in this the metal sector has touched the upper Bollinger Band. The bandwidth has also increasing, and the momentum is also strong. So I feel metal index is headed towards this particular area over here, the previous stop. Okay, so still some room upside on the daily chart, and yes, on the weekly chart also you can see that metal index has very nicely crossed above the median line. And when this has happened, the momentum indicator is also bullish. So eventually we can look at, the upper Bollinger Band, which is coinciding with this previous stop over here. So overall, metals are the counters that we should look out for the next few days. All right. What about realty sector? So yes, similarly, realty sector is facing a resistance level from this gap area. All right, which I have marked here. So this is the gap area, which is an immediate resistance. And like the metal index, on the weekly chart, realty index is also headed towards the upper Bollinger Band with the momentum indicator, which is positive, right? Let's look at IT. Wow, IT, it's like, probably investors, I feel, should look at this IT counter where the longer term, we have a cup and a handle formation that has already happened. And after the breakout from here, from this previous top, this particular IT index has taken support at 39,500 and has, started rising. All right, so IT is something that is looking very strong, and I feel this new, if at all Nifty makes a new high, IT counters would be the significant contributors. All right, so IT is strong. Consumer durables has given a nice rally, has given a nice stretch. Weekly, there is still some room upside, so we can say that some profit booking can happen at this particular area around 53,000 index. So still some more upside. The momentum indicator is also still bullish, right? Let's look at PSE. PSE, after this gap up and the trend line breakout, is headed towards the median line. Uh, so the momentum indicator is also bullish, right? So not a problem in PSE as well. Nothing bearish has come into play. So like IT sector, this is Nifty India digital sector. So this also is positive. And on the weekly chart, uh, this particular India digital index has crossed above its previous high, marking a fresh breakout. So I feel that somewhere over here, there is a gap also. So this gap area should act like a very strong support area for digital India index, and it can continue upwards further. All right. Even this index has made some rounding pattern, a cup and a handle breakout, and has already given a nice rally, and probably it's continuing further, right? CNX Finance, the chart looks very similar to the Bank Nifty. So as Bank Nifty is also strong, we will look at the CNX Finance Index also as a strong counter. Then let's look at the small cap index. The small cap index has probably hit its resistance area over here and is forming a doji kind of a pattern. So I feel momentum has also reached to a peak level, and from this peak level there is some correction that we can expect. So from the small cap index, if you are making some profits in the small cap counters, better book profits and tighten your stop loss is what I can say. All right. Small cap, and also let's look at mid cap index. What's mid cap doing? Okay, so mid cap index is also has given a good rally, and the momentum is almost again, it is at its highest level, so overbought levels. If we draw retracement levels, what we can see is that the mid cap index has hit the 76.4% retracement level, Fibonacci retracement level, which is a strong resistance area. So again, mid cap, small caps, if you guys are having, I would suggest to book profits and tighten up your stop losses. All right. Mahesh Pandey, you are asking about IT. I just discussed about IT. Let me finish the other counters. I will come back to IT as well. All right. So let's now look at so mid cap, small cap, probably book profits is the call. PSU banking. In PSU banking, what do we have? In PSU banking, the weekly chart has the it has traveled from the lower band almost and has reached the upper band over here as well. On the daily chart, since around 1, 2, 3, 4th day. Uh, they are forming dojis. Dojis again meaning uncertainty. Momentum indicator is still bullish. It is not at its highest peak. So we can wait for a breakout from these levels. All right. So if you look at this, it looks like a flag. Correct. A flag is a continuation, bullish continuation pattern, trend continuation. So if PSU index breaks above this particular resistance area, 7,200, and it starts going up, then this is the counters that you can look out for. And the next resistance level would be somewhere around these tops, 7,500. So 300 points can be, there is a potential over here on PSU banking index. All right. Let's look at healthcare. Yeah, healthcare has hit its resistance trend line. So be careful. Momentum is not so strong. And even on the weekly chart, it is not so strong. It is, coming down. So either we will wait for a breakout in this index, or wait for a retracement to this median line in the healthcare index, somewhere at around 14,100. All right. Let's look at FMCG. The FMCG again is trading in this small range. Momentum is not so strong on daily and even on the weekly chart. The momentum is not so strong as yet. So we will have to wait for FMCG index to show some bullish move and come back above the median line at least. All right. And if it gives a bounce back, there might be some kind of a double bottom pattern that could be formed, right? If this particular index comes down here and then gives a breakout, so this could be bottom one and this could be bottom two, and then maybe an upside could be seen in FMCG. But as of now, nothing so concrete. So we will wait for FMCG right now. Okay. Private banks are also looking strong, just like the bank nifty chart. Nothing much over here, is facing a strong resistance from this gap area of 3rd of October. All right. Momentum is strong. Momentum is strong. So probably we can expect a breakout, but we can wait. Better than Nifty looking chart. Okay. Better if we compare Bank Nifty, private banks, and PSU banks, they all would be outperformers compared to Nifty. All right. Pharma counter again, just like the healthcare, similar to healthcare, has just given a breakout, a sideways breakout, should not technically a strong breakout. We can wait and redraw this trend line like this, and now wait for a breakout. Momentum is on a borderline, so it's like 50-50, right? 50% probability of a breakout, 50% probability of prices can come down. All right. Let's look at CPSE. CPSE after this gap up opening has remained sideways, nothing much. On the weekly chart, it's nearer the lower Bollinger Band, and momentum indicator is also not so strong. All right, so nothing much to be seen over here. Auto index, after forming this bullish divergence over here. Yeah, there was a bullish divergence where the index made a lower low, but the momentum indicator did not. After that, the trend went sideways, and probably we are looking at a breakout from this particular top. All right. Momentum not so strong. All right. So till the time auto index, as I already had said earlier, that auto index is considered to be a kind of a backbone or a barometer of the Indian economy. So if the auto sales pick up, we can say that the economy is doing good. And if the auto sales pick up, the auto index chart will also, be kind of a bullish, which right now it is not. All right. So there is some concern. Oil and gas. Uh, yeah. So again, in the oil and gas, there was a sharp divergence and a gap up opening. Momentum not so strong, but kind of a bullish bias we can have. And median line would be the support, and the upper Bollinger Band is a great resistance area. So until this line 11,565 does not get broken out, oil and gas index would remain in a downtrend only. All right. Energies, again, just like an oil and gas, similar to oil and gas, it's still in a downtrend. Let's look at infra. So infra has broken above this particular top. Okay, so it was in a downtrend. It was in a downtrend earlier, but after a breakout from this particular top, probably there could be a trend reversal signal, and this gap area would act like a strong support area. So I would, yeah, infrastructure index is something that we can watch out for, infrastructure stocks. All right, and finally, let's look at media. So media, after hitting the upper Bollinger Band, has retraced down. So probably it can still come down further, where the 50% retracement is coinciding with this gap area. So currently media is trading at 2023. It can still come down to around 1983 levels, and then probably it can bounce back. So that's about the sector indices. Let me cover CNX IT for Mahesh ji. All right. So Mahesh ji, CNX IT is the only sector which is very strongly looking bullish on the weekly chart. All right, after crossing above this particular top, and momentum indicators are also pointing upwards, so the momentum is gaining. It's very strong. So today it's among the top three gainers: metal, realty, and IT. These are the three major gainers for today. All right, any questions or any other index that you wish to look at it once again, let me know in the comments box. Okay, so very quickly, let's look at the FII position. So in the FII position, what do we have is we have uh, that from this particular level over here, all right, a bottom could be made, medium term bottom could be made, because the same thing had happened earlier at these levels, where the FI index future position made a bottom at the same levels and bounced back. All right, very sharply. So the medium term outlook in Nifty, we can say that it is looking a kind of a bullish sentiments. All right, and let's look at the momentum swing indicators. The momentum swing indicators is falling down. So what we can expect is that the daily swing is falling down here. Yes, and the average swing indicator is at its highest level. All right, over here, and is has also started falling down. So because these are some short term indicators, the daily and average swing short term indicators, what we can expect is some sideways movement to continue in Nifty. All right, and similar to that, the diffusion indicators as well. Okay, Ibrahim ji, I'm again. I guess you have come a little bit late. No problem. I will cover Nifty once again just to sum it up. All right. So NSE indices percentage number of stocks about 20-day simple moving average in Nifty. Uh, this index is rising. This index is rising, meaning it is giving some bullish signal. It is still not overbought. So there is a room for this index to rise further. That's what this is saying. And as we discussed earlier, along with Nifty, we will also look at mid cap 100. So the mid cap index, we said that it was at the resistance level, 76.4% retracement level. So it is at a resistance level, and the this particular percentage number of stocks about 20 SMA has hit the overbought levels. So we can expect some slowdown in the mid cap index, and similar thing we can expect in the small cap index as well. All right, small cap index has hit the resistance level here. All right, and the percentage of stocks is clearly in the overbought area. All right, and what about the longer term view? So we look at percentage of stocks about 200-day SMA. All right. Um, so percentage of stocks about 200-day SMA on the mid cap, on the small cap area. This is a small cap index. Okay. So in the small cap index, this is still rising. All right. So longer term view would be for small cap index that it still has some room upside. So we will have to wait for this index to break out nicely, or probably retrace down further to this level and then bounce back. Okay. What about the mid cap 100, the longer view? Yeah, so it's gently sloping upwards. So again, the same view, we'll wait for a breakout. And what about Nifty 50? So yeah, it has been flattened out, gently sloping upwards. So we still, on a longer run, we still have some bullish views on Nifty. All right, and so that's it from my end. Any further questions, please feel free to ask me. Yeah. And those who have missed, don't worry. The recording of this particular session will be available throughout on the same YouTube channel. You can click on the same link and go through it once again. All right. Okay. And finally, looking at the RRG, okay, to end the session with, we will look at the sector index on the weekly time frame. I generally look at the weekly time frame. If you are a short term trader, you can also look at the daily or the 60-minute time frame chart. But whatever analysis that we did on the sector basis, this will give you a nice clear picture as in what to be expected. So you can see that PSU Bank is very strong. From the It is trying to go from the improving quadrant to the leading quadrant. All right, so it's trying to, the momentum is strong and it's trying to outperform the benchmark, in this case Nifty, right? Similarly, the Bank Nifty, it has just entered from improving to leading, so it is even stronger. And similarly, the financial services sector, and also, my friend, IT sector. As I said, IT is looking strong. From leading, it had gone to weakening, but immediately it gave a nice turn. So it's still the outperformer, and the momentum is still strong, is what we are looking at from this RRG. And from the charts, we expected that infrastructure to perform. Here we see that infrastructure index from lagging quadrant, it is trying to cross and come into the improving quadrant. So if this does, there could be a nice turnaround in infrastructure. So have a look at infrastructure stocks. Realty sector is already from lagging to improving quadrant over here. PSC and CPSC are trying to perform, and FMCG is going deep into the lagging quadrant. Even the consumption is going into the lagging quadrant. All right, so Nifty, financial services, Bank Nifty, uh, realty and infrastructure and IT. These are the counters to watch out for. All right. So my friends, I hope you've enjoyed today's analysis. I hope you have a great trading day ahead. And as I said, on in English, every Tuesday and Thursday, I'll be covering a live session at 11 o'clock in the morning. And on Monday and on Wednesday in the evening, 5 o'clock, we will have the live session in Hindi language. All right. So stay tuned, and Have a great day ahead. See you soon.